Says, thank you very much. It's good to see you here, and you're very much welcome in your own place, Lusaka Province, your own chiefdom, Lusaka Province. We welcome you. The chairperson, the Technical Committee on Drafting Amendments to the Constitution of the Republic of Zambia, Honorable Justice Christopher S. Mushabati, retired. Your Royal Highnesses, Chief Mpuka, Chairperson, Lusaka Province Council of Chiefs. Your Royal Highnesses, Dr. Senior Chieftainess Mukamambo II, represented by Princess Cholwe Nkomesha. Your Royal Highnesses, Senior Chief Mburuma. Your Royal Highness, Chieftainess Chiaba, represented by Prince Mpinga Mpinshi. Your Royal Highnesses, Chieftainess Mpansha. Your Royal Highnesses, Chief Shikabeta. Your Royal Highness, Chief Bundabunda. May I also take this opportunity to recognize Your Royal Highnesses, Chief Chamuka and Chief Nyampande, who are also members of the Technical Committee. Thank you very much. The Permanent Secretary, Lusaka Province, Engineer Joe Kalusa, the Vice Chairperson and Spokesperson of the Technical Committee, Dr. Landilani Banda, the members of the Technical Committee and the delegation accompanying them, the Acting Deputy Permanent Secretary, Lusaka Province, Professor Gideon Mwanza, heads of government departments from Lusaka Province present, senior government officials, members from the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you, Your Royal Highnesses, and everyone present to Lusaka Province on this important meeting led by the chairperson to the Technical Committee on Drafting the proposed Constitution amendments. Welcome, sir. Thank you. Your Royal Highnesses, as you may be aware, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, appointed the Technical Committee on Drafting the proposed amendments to the Constitution of Zambia. This committee has been going around the country to get submissions into the proposed amendments to the Constitution. In the last 2 weeks, the committee has consulted the other 9 provinces, and this week they will be consulting in Lusaka Province. Your Royal Highnesses, the new Dawn government under the able leadership of Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, the President of the Republic of Zambia, has placed importance on working closely and partnering with the traditional leadership to harness socio-economic development. The UPND government will continue to put priority into consultations with Your Royal Highnesses on the constitutional amendment process and several other national development agendas. Your Royal Highnesses, as I conclude, let me not forget to commend you for your encouragement to the farmers in the province that led to the maize bumper harvest in the previous farming season. And with these encouragements, I believe we will still continue to have bumper harvest in the next farming season. I want to congratulate you because we even hit the mark. We had a good harvest from all the chiefdoms. So with pleasure, I congratulate you. Thank you very much. Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as Lusaka Province, we are very happy that you have made it for this consultative meeting in which the Technical Committee is paying a courtesy call to Your Royal Highnesses. And on behalf of Lusaka Provincial Administration, I wish to welcome you once again to Lusaka province, and I wish you a fruitful, consultative process as you make your submissions. May God bless Zambia. May God bless the chiefdoms and the chiefs, and may God bless everyone here. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we just give another hand as
Thank
she
you,
welcomes
sister.
our Royal
Thank you,
Highnesses?
sister.
On behalf of the Technical Committee, I wish to express our gratitude to your Royal Highnesses for the privilege of paying a courtesy call on you as we start public sittings here in this province. Your presence here to make submissions underscores the importance you attach to this process. As a committee, we look forward to fruitful interactions with you on this important national undertaking. Your Royal Highnesses, as you may be aware, the Government of the Republic of Zambia on 2nd of October 2025 constituted a technical committee to undertake a consultative and inclusive process of amending the Zambian Constitution. This process is intended to strengthen constitutional democracy, enhance citizen participation, and ensure that the supreme law of the land reflects the aspirations, diversity, and the evolving governance needs of the people of Zambia. Your Royal Highness, following its appointment, the committee has since held public sittings countrywide except here. So we have so far covered the 9 other provinces except Lusaka. Hence we are here today. We are a committee of 25 members, and we had divided ourselves into 5 teams which were meeting simultaneously in the previous provinces which I have mentioned already. According to our program, after this courtesy call on your Royal Highnesses, we will start the sittings in the province with submissions with you, your Royal Highnesses. And we hope you are ready to accept us, your children, and tell us and give us your views. After that, we will proceed with the public sittings. We encourage the people in this province, Lusaka province in particular, to come forward and contribute to this important national assignment by making submissions during our sittings. The committee has structured the program in such a way that members of the public will be at liberty to make their submissions either physically or virtually. Your Royal Highness, on behalf of the committee, once again, I wish to thank you most sincerely for the opportunity to pay a courtesy call on you. I thank you.
The opening remarks. I will now invite the Secretary of the Lusaka Provincial Council of Chiefs, and that is His Royal Highness Chief Wanda, to give us the submission. Thank you.
The Lusaka Province Chiefs are presenting a consolidated position. Of course, there will be other views that will be presented by the Royal Highnesses through written submissions to the Technical Committee. We have looked at the terms of reference, and we are responding to the terms of reference. The first term of reference is, of course, looking at the delimitation and delineation of constituencies and wards. The Royal Highnesses in Lusaka Province support delimitation and delineation of constituencies and wards. We believe that the number of constituencies should be increased, as this shall offer fair equitable and balanced representation and distribution of resources. We know, for example, here in Lusaka province, that some constituencies are quite large. For example, Chongwe, Lufunsa, and Kafiwe. Term of reference number 3.1.2 is looking at promotion and enhancement of effective participation of women, youth, and persons with disabilities. The Royal Highnesses in Lusaka province looked at this term of reference and are proposing or submitting that the Constitution should clearly state the participation of women, youth, and persons with disabilities. To this end, the chiefs are proposing that we change the system in which we do elections to the National Assembly, and the system they are proposing is a mixed member proportional representation as a new electoral system. This will comprise two parts. First, past the post-electoral system for members of parliament who will be contesting for constituency-based seats. That's the first part. The second part, proportional representation electoral system for women, youth, and persons with disabilities. The chiefs are of the view that this arrangement will enhance participation of women, youth, and persons with disabilities. We wish to stress here that the youth, women, and persons with disabilities will be free to contest the first past the post electoral system seats, but will have special consideration under the proportional representation electoral system, where they will be exclusively the participants. On the by-elections, which is terms of reference 3.1.3, we agree as chiefs of Lusaka province that it is costly to undertake by-elections. We are therefore recommending that when a vacancy in the National Assembly or in the council occurs, the political party that sponsored the member who held the seat shall elect a replacement. We are aware that some seats may be held by independents. For those, there will be no option except to go for a by-election. The chiefs in Lusaka province looked at term of reference 3.1.4, the number of nominated members of parliament. And the chiefs are of the view that the number of nominated members of parliament should be increased. This will give flexibility to the head of state in appointing ministers, as will have a wider field to consider certain needs that may not be easily available. The Council of Chiefs looked at term of reference 3.1.5, filling in of fresh elections after resignation of a candidate in presidential, parliamentary, and local government elections. The chiefs are of the view that where a candidate resigns or is disqualified after close of nominations, the candidate shall not be eligible to contest elections, but the election shall proceed to be held on the date prescribed, meaning that there will be no question of the elections being suspended or cancelled, awaiting fresh nominations. We are saying fresh nominations are quite expensive. We proceed without fresh nominations. The Council of Chiefs also looked at term of reference 3.1.6, transitional and statutory mechanism, with a view of ensuring predictability and clarity in terms of office of all elected representatives. Here, the chiefs are of the view that the Constitution must clearly state the term of office for the positions of MPs, councillors, mayors, and council chairpersons, and put a limitation on the terms of office for all these at 2 terms. The Council of Chiefs looked at term of reference 3.2, provisions of Constitution relating to the terms of members of Parliament and other office, of minister. We looked at this term in view of the difficulties that have been experienced, in the sense that, in reality, the terms of office is actually less than 5 years, because Parliament is dissolved somewhere in May, and the elections are held in August. Now, a complete cycle would mean going to August, that's the 5th year. Now, in May is 4 years, 9 months. The chiefs are of the view that the Constitution should be amended to read 4 years, 9 months as the term of service for the MPs, councillors, and the other elected officers. Term 3.3, provision of Constitution relating to the hearing of presidential, parliamentary, and local government election petitions. The chiefs are of the view that the existing arrangement of 14 days for the presidential petition, 90 days for MPs, councillors, mayors, and council chairpersons should remain, but it should read hearing and judgment in 14 days in the case of the president, and in 90 days in the case of MPs, councillors, and others. Meaning that the hearing should be concluded and a decision made within the prescribed times. But of course, if you look at the time for the presidential hearing, 14 days. 14 days, the chiefs are of the view that that should be a special court which will sit every day until 14 days elapses, meaning even during the holidays and weekends, the court will sit until 14 days are finished. A judgment is passed on the 14th day. Similarly, for the MPs, councillors, and mayors and council chairpersons, 90 days. Continuous sitting. Terms of reference, 3.4, composition of local government and tenure of office of local government officials. Here, the chiefs are of the view that apart from the councillors who are elected under local government elections, members of parliament should be members of respective local councils. The chiefs in the district should also be members of the district council as non-elected members of the council. The tenure of office, of course, is 5 years for all the officers in the local council. Terms of reference 3.5, the definition of a child. The chiefs are of the view that anyone below 18 years is a child. Anyone above 18 years up to 35 years is a youth. And above 35 years is an adult. That is the definition the Royal Highnesses have recommended. Okay. Right. Tenure of office for Secretary to Cabinet, Attorney General. First, the experience for the Secretary to the Cabinet. The Royal Highnesses are recommending a minimum work experience in the civil service of 5 years at the level of PS or equivalent. The Royal Highnesses are also recommending that Zambians in the diaspora who are working in international institutions may be considered as equivalent to the level of PS, and that should qualify them for appointment as Secretary to the Cabinet. The tenure of office for the Attorney General, Solicitor General, and Secretary to the Cabinet, the Royal Highnesses are recommending that these officers must continue to work after general elections until new office bearers are appointed by the new administration. Terms of reference 3.7. Here we are looking at provisions of the Constitution that are connected or incidental to the above areas. The Royal Highnesses are recommending that dissolution of parliament should of course be taking place as has been put in place so far in May, which is 90 days before the general elections. But here we are saying that this means that the tenure of office for MPs is 4 years, 9 months. The Council of Chiefs in Lusaka province are recommending that the position of district commissioner should be chosen from within the constituency. The chiefs are also recommending electronic voting system. This, it is our belief that will expedite the counting process. The chiefs are also recommending that the presidential candidature should include independence. The Constitution should allow independent presidential candidates. Lusaka chiefs are recommending that human-wildlife conflict should be handled in the manner it is being handled in Liua National Park, where human beings that are in conflict with wildlife, they are compensated for the damages that the animals cause to life or to property. The members of the technical committee may be aware that the Liua National Park is being managed as a concession. It is managed by a private institution under concession. What they are doing there is something that we are recommending that should be copied to be used in the rest of the national parks, where currently the human-wildlife conflict is not being handled in the manner that the Royal Highnesses feel is fair, in the sense that human beings are not being compensated for the damage the animals are causing to their crops and to other property. The Royal Highnesses are recommending that where a chiefdom falls in several districts, there should be provision for the chief to nominate anyone to go and attend full council meetings when called upon to do so. They are saying this through the experience that we have had. The chiefs whose chiefdoms cut across many districts, they are disadvantaged in the sense that council meetings are called on the same day, 3 councils are meeting, and the chief is only one person. So can one attend one meeting? Because the law does not permit them to send a representative to a meeting. They have to be there personally. So the chiefs are recommending that this be revisited to facilitate attendance of meetings by chiefs who have so many district councils to attend to. They should be allowed to send a representative in such situations. Chair, Honorable Minister, that is the submission from the chiefs in Lusaka province. My colleagues may wish to add to this with the permission of the chair. I'll end here.
Time to register. The Electoral Commission of Zambia will be conducting mass voter registration across the country from the 13th of October to the 11th of November 2025. If you are 18 years and above, a Zambian citizen and in possession of a Green National Registration Card, NRC, you qualify to register. If you registered in 2020 or during continuous registration of voters and you still have your voter's card, you don't need to register again. During this registration period, ECZ will be providing the following services: new registrations, replacement of lost, destroyed or defaced voters' cards, transfers from one polling station to another, claims for omission on the register of voters, corrections of clerical errors and removal of deceased voters. Registration centers will be open throughout the week from 8 hours to 17 hours. Register now. It's your right. It's your choice. This message is brought to you by the Electoral Commission of Zambia.